Welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony of this beautiful building. We're very appreciative you all could be here to do this with us. At this time, we will present the colors from our Fairborn High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Would everyone rise? Here to sing the national anthem is the Fairborn High School Choir and alumni choir members.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to our ROTC members and to our Fairborn High School Choir and alumni choir. Please be seated. Thank you. What a great day this is for our school community and for the city of Fairborn. On behalf of the Fairborn Board of Education and my administrative team, I welcome you to the ribbon cutting ceremony for Fairborn High School. First, I want to thank Richard Helms for his generosity and forward thinking. He believed in the education he received in the Fairborn City School District and truly paid it forward by purchasing the land for the high school and matching the turf committee for the football field. Mr. Helms, Fairborn High School class of 1968, donated over $3.5 million to help Fairborn City Schools. And a special thank you to Mr. Greg Moore for his support and coordination with the building. Could we have a round of applause? On this historic day, I want to pay tribute to the past. The first schoolhouse in Fairfield was built in 1829. An 1881 record of the Bath Township Board of Education listed 11 schools, and as the township grew, it was divided into 13 school districts. Bath Township High School, 1905 to 1924, was located at the intersection of East Xenia Drive and Sports Street. Osborne, which had a separate school system, had 154 students in elementary school and 61 in high school. In 1921, the schools of Osborne, Fairfield, and Bath Township were consolidated and named Bath Township Consolidated Rural School District. The Central Addition was built in 1931 and the Annex in 1944. On January 1st, 1950, Osborne and Fairfield merged into the city of Fairborn, and school enrollment had risen to 3,000 students. As enrollment continued to climb, the district split into 2 high schools and 2 junior high schools. In 1983, Fairborn High School was reborn and Central School was closed. In 2020, Fairborn Primary School was constructed, and in 2022, Fairborn Intermediate School was constructed. And in August of 2024, we welcome our students into the new Fairborn High School. And in August of 2027, the Fairborn City Schools opened a newly constructed middle school next to this high school, just to the south. We want to again thank the Fairborn community for your continued support of the Fairborn City Schools. Thank you to our administration and board and the core team who helped to make today possible. Our success would not be possible without the following individuals, and please stand as your name is announced. First, before the Fairborn Board of Education, Board President, Mr. Jerry Brown. Board Vice President, Mr. Tim Steinberg. Board Member, Mrs. Katie Malone. Board Member, Ms. Wendy Landon. And Board Member, Mrs. Stephanie Webb. Thank you to our board members. And we have 3 former board members who are here with us today, who were very instrumental in this building, our primary and intermediate, who played an important role in passing those bond issues. Would you please rise as your name is announced? Ms. Mary Riester, Mr. Andy Wilson, and Mr. Pat McCord. A very special thank you to our bond levy chairs, and they are with us today. Mrs. Jane Dorley, Mrs. Betsy Snyder, and Ms. Ellen Sloan-Thorne. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce my administrative team, who was all part of the core team to make these buildings possible. Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Amy Gayhart. Treasurer, Kevin Feigl. Assistant Treasurer, Mr. Kevin Berg. Director of Business Affairs, Mr. Jeff Patrick. Incoming Director of Business Affairs, Mr. Rodney Roberts. Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Sue Brackman. Director of Student Services, Mr. Gary Walker. And Director of Public Relations and Grants, Mrs. Pam Gayhart. And Director of Safety and Security, Mr. Bill Tipp. Thank you. Special thank you to Maintenance Supervisor Mr. Pete Dysinger and the electrician and the gentleman that oversees all of our HVAC, Mr. Jake Fulton. With us here today, our union leadership. The Teachers Union FEA President, Ms. Lori Lawson. FCEA President, Mrs. Gretchen Halsey. And DPSU President, Ms. Deidre Smith. Thank you. The Fairborn High School Administrative Team. Principal, Mr. Waylon Stiegel. Incoming Principal, new Principal, Mrs. Karen Cicchetti. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Deb Holberg. Assistant Principal, Mr. Craig Isaac. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Kelly Bumah. And Athletic Director, Mr. Kevin Alexander. Thank you. The next couple of groups, we're very instrumental in supporting our levy out in this community. Fairborn Athletic Group, President Mr. Mark Wardle, Vice President Mrs. Heather Davis, Vice President Mrs. Nicole Van Cleve, Treasurer Mrs. Sherry Rohr, and Secretary Mrs. Megan Harrison. Thank you. Representing the Fairborn Music Club, President Mrs. Anna Jenkins, Vice President Ms. Kelly Stamp, Treasurer Ms. Thayer Ann Fisher, and Secretary Mrs. Rebecca Pace. Thank you. We have some student representatives here with us this afternoon. Emma Miller, President Senior Class, who will be later be given a audio speech. She is in Washington, D.C., and I think she's been at the White House asking me to speak right with this person. I believe she's currently there. We're going to hear from her later. And Gabrielle Bailey, Vice President of the Senior Class. Greene County Career Center, Mr. David Deskins, and Greene County ESC Superintendent, Mrs. Terry Streeter. Thank you. From Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the 88th Air Base Wing Deputy Commander, Colonel Travis Farm. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base Liaison, Mrs. Trina Paul. Director of the Ohio Office of Management and Budget Commissioner, Military Interstate, Children's Compact Commission, Mr. Pete Lupino. We have some of our elected officials here this afternoon. State Representative, the Honorable Brian Lampton, District 73. Representing Governor Dwight today, Ms. Sandra Present. Representing the Governor's Office. Governor Dwight was going to be here, but he is at the Republican National Convention. From the Greene County Commissioners, Mr. Dick Gould, Mr. Rick Morales, and Tom Cooper. Mayor of the City of Fairborn, Mr. Anthony Patrick. Greene County Engineer Stephanie Gould. Auditor, Mr. Joe Gray. City of Fairborn leadership, we're very happy to be here today. City Manager, Mr. Mike Gephardt. Fire Inspector Shannon Fritz. Building Inspectors, Mr. John Klink. Police Chief Ben Roman. Fire Chief Ryan Williams. They are here. I saw them here. And I just have to say, right, given a little bit more introductions here, is the working relationship between the Fairborn City Schools and the City of Fairborn was just phenomenal. We deeply, deeply appreciate your support throughout this entire project. Not only this, it's a primary effort. Thank you. Fairborn City Council, Mr. Clint Allen. Ms. Tanya Stanton. Ray Reese. Adam Ritchie. From the Bath Township Trustees, Mrs. Cassie Lester, Mr. Carl Hoffman, and Mrs. Michelle Clemens. From the Fairborn Chamber of Commerce, Director, Mr. Tom Kirsch. design needs of Mr. Chris Paul. For the company that designed this beautiful building, you stand to be recognized as your members. From SH&P Legal Design, Jeffrey Sackenheim, President and CEO. Mr. Mike Park, a little applause on these two. We're done. Mr. Mike Parkinson, Vice President of Architecture. Todd Thackeray, Senior Vice President and Principal. Greg Lewis, Design Leader. Gary Bautista, Vice President, Interior Design. Mackenzie Huber, Interior Design. Dick Kuytens, Construction Field Representative. Jacob Paola, Director of Engineering. Mark Demko, Project Architect. Nicholas Afadazi, Project Designer. Karen Holtman, Senior Marketing Manager. And Sam Cohen, Electrical Engineer. Thank you very much. Construction and our owner rep from Hill Construction, Grace Simonello Delamonte. And Jess Camp. Thank you very much. From Peterson Construction, who put this beautiful building together. Ty Salisbury, Project Manager. Glenn Lehman, Project Superintendent. Glenn Renner, Project Manager. Don Bergville, President. And Cole Rindell, Project Manager. Thank you. We're almost finished. Well, there's finals for Mr. Josh Shaw. From CTL Geotechnical and Construction Testing, Mr. David Rowland, Project Manager. From Berlin Associates, HMBA Theater Consultants, Harvey Marshall and Todd Berlin. From Brickman Grafe, our legal team for the Fairborn City Schools, Mr. David Lund. With that, I would like for any, I know a lot of people are standing, but with those staff members, both past and present, any time in the history of Fairborn City Schools, would you please rise or raise your hand to be recognized? I now welcome to the podium Ms. Sandra Rasington, Office of the Ohio Governor, Mike DeWine, with the proclamation.
Well, thank you so very much for the opportunity to be here today. What a building. This is amazing. And the first thing I'm going to need to do is tell the governor he missed out. So it takes a lot to put a project like this together. It takes a sound community pulling behind their amazing schools. It puts together a building where kids can learn, have a fun environment, a safe environment, and you really made the mark on this one. So thank you, all of you, for putting this together. So I'd like to present to you, on behalf of the Governor, Mike DeWine, and Lieutenant Governor Newstead, a proclamation on the dedication and ribbon cutting, and really just signifying the hard work and dedication that have resulted in this showcase high school in Miami Valley. And we want to commend our educators and community for their support that provides a learning space that meets the challenges of today's students by creating a fun, challenging, and diverse learning environment. And we look forward to seeing the positive impact that this school is going to have on your students. So thank you very much.
It's truly my honor to be up here today to speak and read a proclamation on behalf of the citizens of Fairborn. It is the citizens of Fairborn that made this facility happen. So all of you citizens out there, reach over and pat the person next to you on the back. Their votes to make this happen. That is what we're here today, to celebrate this building. Because the citizens of Fairborn stepped forward to make this happen. So thanks to all of you for us being here. Proclamation. Whereas the Fairborn City School District serves over 4,400 students in the Fairborn community, and whereas the Fairborn community has supported the construction of 2 elementary schools, a middle school, and a high school by passing bond issues, and whereas the Fairborn City School District has a long and proud history of supporting the community, starting with the first new high school in 1924, and are in the 101st year of school district buildings. And whereas we are proud to support this momentous occasion of the opening of the newly constructed Fairborn High School to serve the students in the Fairborn community, signed by me as the mayor on this day, July 17th, 2024. Thank you, Fairborn community.
And now welcome Mr. Jerry Browning, President of the Fairborn Board of Education.
Think about this, 3 years ago, we were all standing out in this field in knee-high weeds or taller weeds, and look what's here now. So there's been a lot of effort that's gone into it, but, welcome to this beautiful building. And as a number of people have said before, I'd like to thank the community, because without the community support, we would have never been able to build the buildings that our students and staffs deserve. This is the 3rd of 4 buildings, and like Gene said, the middle school is actually getting started right now, which is going to go right next door. When we built these buildings, we wanted to build buildings that our students, staff, and community would be proud of. And we kept reminding everybody that as we went through the design and build process of this, we're making 50-year decisions or 50-plus year decisions. So, these are going to be around for a while, so we wanted to make sure we got it right and that the buildings would stand the test of time. To my knowledge, this is the first time in Fairborn history that we have all of our academic and extracurricular activities on the same site. I went to Baker when it was Fairborn High School, and we didn't play baseball there. We played baseball at Fairfield Park. And for the last few years, we've always had all of our basketball and football games at what was Baker Middle School. And I really believe that this building is a game changer for our students, staff, and for the community. If you think about it, people, when they come to events, when they came to events in Fairborn, they get off at 2:35, they go down to Dayton Drive, and they go to Dayton Middle School for football and basketball. That's what everybody saw at Fairborn when they were coming from the outside. Now, when you drive by 675, you see this beautiful complex. And if you get off at Dayton Yellow Springs, you turn down Commerce, you see businesses, you see new houses being built. So really believe this is going to change people's perception of not only, the city schools, but Fairborn as a community. And I mentioned earlier that, we played every game, for our athletics and for our marching band, every game was an away game, if you think about it. We loaded up in trailers, we loaded up in buses, and we went across town. So it's basically the same as being away. They don't have to do that anymore. If the band could come here, we've talked a number of times, picture on a Friday night, the band and the football team going from here to the stadium with the fights all playing. That's just neat stuff that we can do going into the future. So, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. This turnout is awesome. Even though I know there's been accidents and it's been difficult to get here, enjoy the ribbon cutting and also enjoy when you get to walk through the building. Thank you.
Now welcome to the podium Mr. Wayland Siegel, Principal of Fairborn High School, with incoming Principal Mrs. Karen Chiquet. Good afternoon. On behalf of Fairborn High School, I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests, staff, students, and community here for this momentous occasion. Today, our community takes another step towards a vision that started approximately 8 years ago. We dreamed of new buildings for our kids, and with the amazing support from this wonderful community, we are right there on the precipice of completing 4 brand new buildings. As we embark on this historic day, I would like to personally thank our Board of Education, members past and present, Superintendent Gene Lally, and the Central Office team for their unwavering support and determination to provide our students with the best opportunities possible. Along with this state-of-the-art building and the opportunity from our governor, we have secured over $820,000 in grants through the Ohio Career Technical Education Equipment Grant. This grant will provide our students with numerous educational opportunities using 21st century equipment and technology to get them ready for life after high school. Hopefully you'll get to see some of that this evening as you walk through. Lastly, I would like to say thank you to everyone for your support over the last couple of years. As we transition into a new high school, I will be transitioning into a new position within the district. I know our kids are in great hands with a wonderful staff. I would like to introduce our new high school principal for the upcoming school year. She brings a wealth of knowledge, and I am confident that she will continue to lead our staff and students into a promising future. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Karen Chiquetti.
Good afternoon. I am truly honored to be part of this special occasion with the Fairborn community, distinguished guests, staff, and students. I approach today's ribbon cutting with a sense of both honor and humility as your new Fairborn High School principal for the 24-25 school year. In the days ahead of us, we will begin to focus on the future of academic excellence, citizenship, and student growth. But today is a day of celebration with the Fairborn community, staff, and students. It is a day to honor and celebrate the achievement of history, tradition of the Fairborn community while looking forward with confidence, hope, and commitment. It is a day of reflection of the leaders, parents, staff, and students, but especially the Fairborn community that has sacrificed time and monetary value to bring us to this point. Look at this point right now. Look around. This is amazing. I can't wait till all of you get to walk through and see what we see. I would like to extend a sincere thank you to Superintendent Gene Lally, Associate Superintendent Amy Gayhart, President Browning, and the Fairborn Board of Education for this amazing opportunity. I especially want to recognize and thank this person who doesn't like to be recognized, and that is Waylon Siegel. Please stand. His assistance transitioning from one building to another building. Not only did he do one, but he did 2 buildings. And then assisting me. He is truly devoted to the Fairborn community, and I'm grateful. Moving forward, this is not just a new building. It is a diverse community that has shared values, mutual respect, and importantly, a community committed to educational excellence, who created an environment where students can thrive and continue to thrive. I look forward as we soar to new heights together as a Fairborn Skyhawks. Thank you for your support for attending today's event. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you in the weeks to come, and I thank you. Thank you.
Fairborn High School Senior Class President, Dr. Greg Hoff, will work this for us.
Good afternoon. I am Emma Miller, the Senior Class President of the first graduating class for Houston High School. I'm sending greetings from the Washington Journalism and Media Conference at George Mason University. Today marks a momentous occasion for Fairborn, as we gather here for the grand opening of our new high school. On behalf of our student body, I am honored to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has made this day possible. I want to express our gratitude to the school district, teachers, and administrators who envisioned this incredible building and works to bring it to life. Your dedication to providing us with the best possible learning environment is inspiring. And we're thrilled to begin this journey in these state-of-the-art facilities. I would also like to acknowledge the support and commitment of our community. Thank you for making an investment in our future generations. You have made a profound impact on all of us by providing funding for amazing schools, starting with elementary to now a new high school. Thank you once again to everyone who's played a role in making this day a reality. Here's to a successful school year filled with learning and new memories. Within this amazing facility, here's to an incredible future at Fairborn High School. Thank you on behalf of the class of 2025 and all future Fairborn graduates.
She's in D.C. representing Fairborn High School. But what's probably even more, you have a very proud grandparent. That's Dr. Brackenhoff's granddaughter. And now welcome Fairborn High School Student Class Vice President, Gabriel Bailey, who is representing the student body.
Start with saying how much of an honor this is to be able to celebrate the opening of this new building alongside so many members of our community. It's truly an honor. For Fairborn students, this building marks a new beginning. Not only are we given a fresh start, but we're given such vast spectrums of opportunities as well. This new beginning allows us to create new school traditions and events that will pave the way for all future Fairborn students. Thank you to the community, as without you, none of this would be possible. Fairborn has historically been a group of tightly knit people working together to help support each other and help uplift each other. And thanks to that bond, students can feel proud of where they come from and truly appreciate the presence of this new building. It's truly heartening to know that Fairborn is moving in such a positive direction. And in the past few years, we've had the building of the new elementary school, the new intermediate school, and now the Fairborn High School. Our students have been given such great opportunities to learn and grow, and I believe that will be felt in Fairborn's near future. This building is meaningful and significant not only for current high school students, but for everyone that considers themselves a scholar. And Fairborn will produce lifelong leaders, significant scholars, and lasting legacies, and that all starts today with the Fairborn High School. Thank you.
Very impressive, Greg. Thank you. Well said. On behalf of the Fairborn City School District and the Fairborn community, thank you. Thank you to the Fairborn community for your unwavering support of education in Fairborn. With the construction of 2 elementary schools and a new high school, with state-of-the-art educational, arts, and sports facilities, we truly have the best facilities in the Miami Valley. We are grateful for the strong support of the community and are committed to work together in the best interests of the residents of Fairborn and, most importantly, our students. Thank you to all who have made this dream possible. Now I would like to ask the Fairborn High School leadership, please join me up front for the ribbon cutting and the special guest seated up front to join in this ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere, just as we're getting ready, let's go ahead and get ready for the ribbon cutting. One thing I wanted to do was work Kane Hart. Raise your hand, please. Everybody, she put this day together.